Dun, 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 dun. Is it not? And we're live. We are live
All
now.
right.
Serious, serious, sir. Tuga Tuesdays are back here to talk all things Primeira Liga, Liga Portugal, the Tuga football after a fantastic, spectacular, dramatic, sensational round 14
Yeah.
of the tournament. And there's one side of the country that's so happy right now, the north side of the country, the king of the north. Uh, they're not so happy now, but this is a long season. It's a long, long
It
season. That's all I gotta say. Okay, and but all things are working just fine, just smooth,
yeah.
just so sexy soccer that Sporting Club is playing right now. And I gotta say this. I got my buddy Karen on Instagram. I think I'm gonna inviting this Matt Channel. He's watching, and he's in the AM. He's in England, man. We got our
Wow.
first viewer from England, and that reminds me of something. All right, I
It,
wanna talk to you guys
yeah.
from the
Isn't it
local
like 3 o'clock in the morning right now in England?
something, man. Hey, Matt, appreciate, man. Appreciate it. Okay,
Yeah.
all right. You might be working overnight, we were like, oh, no, come on, man.
Yeah.
Mike,
Yeah.
Matt, don't, don't leave your job, man. All right. Yeah, the guys from Long Wolf Football from the podcast, those guys are in London. So,
Yeah.
you know what? From maybe once in a while, hey, Albert, and what's the other guy's name? I forgot his name. Albert and the other guy, I forgot. Anyway, hey guys, when I'm doing a late night show, guys, yeah, sure, man. 3 a.m. Get your pints out, your Guinness,
Yeah.
and you'll be on the go. I want to start first, if you don't mind, Jason, from the Porto English podcast. I want to let my friend Derek Gomez to kick off the show because he is now at the top of the Portugal kingdom. How do you feel about your team, Mr. Derek Gomez?
I the better team won yesterday. I think Sporting with the better team yesterday. And I think that you're looking at what's been the first 14 rounds. I think that they're they've justified place at the top of I think that if you're looking at I should say the four teams. I think they've probably been the most consistent, probably the best of the four teams. Up until this point. But that being said, it's just a 1 point lead over Benfica, and it's only a 3 point lead over Porto. So this is all very tight. But obviously, you'd rather be at the top than chasing. But yeah, no. But like yesterday, like I said, it was they were the better team. And I've seen about 100 of these Porto Sporting games, Sporting Porto games, and it's usually the other way around. you know, usually
And,
usually
it's been around. It's been all the way around for 7 years.
usually I see
7 long years.
yeah
All right.
yeah yeah,
And
but usually I see Porto really take it to Sporting. It's just that's sort of like the team that I most hate to play. And I would say that of the 100 plus games that I've seen between the two teams, that's probably top five Sporting performance. And like I
absolutely.
said, I know for a fact I've seen over 100, Porto Sporting or Sporting Porto games, and that would definitely fall in the top five performances for Sporting.
We're gonna
So
go more into the details about the game in a minute.
exactly.
Jason, the first post that I saw from you guys on Twitter, there was one word, actually two words, right? Disappointing performance. That's what you guys posted right after the match was over. Is that the feeling overall about the team right now?
Yeah, I think we kind of got into this on the last time we were live. I think Porto has been upsetting in the Portuguese league. You
Yeah.
see them one team in Europe, and then you come to Portugal, and you're just like, who's even excited to wear this shirt? Like, I think I can point out one guy that I was okay with. Like, Varela was the only guy I was happy with the way he played with heart. But I don't know, man. It just feels like a bunch of guys that don't deserve to wear the shirt in Portugal. Don't get me wrong. When they're in Europe, they're impressive. They get the wins they should win, and they play with heart. But I don't know. They've been a disappointing team in Portugal. But I will give credit to where credit's due. I think Ruben Amorim's game plan was executed beautifully by the team. I think everyone bought in, and it was pretty prevalent in that game. I think Porto was lucky for that game to be 2-0.
Now, having known the result already, the Benfica got that victory over Sporting, but knowing that you have to get the points, right? Because not only because Benfica won, all right, because they were at the top, but also because these are the matches, right? These are the matches we always talk about. That it's not the matches between the big four when you get the edge over the other rivals. It's the points that you get on the road, on Estoril, on Chaves, and on in Barcelos. But this was I'm not gonna say that it's gonna change the fate of the season for either of the teams, but it's these 3 points are more brilliant than only the 3 points in other seasons. Right, Derek? What do you say?
I mean, I think that the 3 points meant a lot more to Sporting than it did for FC Porto. I think that following what's happened over the last month, the way that they lost to Benfica, it's not just the fact that they lost to Benfica, it's the way that they lost to Benfica, where and me, I'm very cautious, and I'm pretty much a guy, a cup half empty kind of guy. And if you would have asked me in the 90th minute of that game if Sporting was going to beat Benfica, and I would say, of course, yeah, I was 100% confident in the 90th minute of that game they were going to win. I mean, they had Benfica totally under control. And then we all know what happened in those 7 minutes. Then you followed up with last week's loss, to Guimarães, and how that happened. So I playing at home. I think if they lost this game yesterday, it could have been devastating. That's why I do feel that the 3 points were more important, for Sporting than they were for Porto, because we are playing at home. The way things have gone over the last month, it was just vital. It was a vital 3 points. Porto, lost yesterday, but you get this sense that this is a team that knows how to deal with adversity. How many times does Porto look like they're dead? But then they rise the ashes, and they always come back. Where I think if Sporting lost yesterday, it could have been, I wouldn't say a fatal blow, but it could have been pretty close, man. So I just think yesterday was humongous for Sporting.
Jason, I'm gonna put you in the coulda, shoulda, woulda scenario. All right. With the 3 points, let's say that the Porto would have won this match, all right? And in the magical number of the season, which is a 2-1 victory. That's the most victories that you guys have so far this season. How much could it change the atmosphere and how you guys feel about the team?
I don't know how much it would actually change. I mean, obviously, we'd be happy with the result, right? You beat a rival.
Right.
You could expect. No one's convincing. Like anyone that I haven't been convinced with, they haven't done anything to convince me. Even I don't know. Like I've been raping on about this, but Taremi to me just needs to get off the pitch. I don't understand. He doesn't deserve the 90 minutes of starts. I just don't get it. And we discussed it before, but this game is pacey for him. His brilliance isn't going to do much for him. And I don't know. I don't think it would have changed my mindset on the team that we have at the moment, because right now I'm really upset with the top. And I think if we don't change from the top, none of this stuff's going to change. This team was the perfect. This basically just displays what we did this summer. We just sat back, we relaxed, we had some mojitos on the beach. That's what happened. We didn't patch up what we needed to patch up, and it was exposed. You have Pedro at back, Saidu still our left back. He seems like a great guy, but he's just not a part of the starting 11 on a good club. I'm sorry.
It is what it is, right? That's all you have with Saidu. You don't have anything more to get out of Saidu Sanusi. on that left back position. But this is what Matt Channel is saying, right? He says Sporting seemed more up for the game. There was no sense of urgency to get back in the game. Hence the subs and few chances. Evanilson also did fuck up all. It did fuck up all.
He did.
Yeah.
Very big.
Yeah.
And but you know what? I wouldn't blame that much in Evanilson, but in Sergio Conceição, okay? Because you have sitting on the bench, okay? That striker that all of us, my buddy Derek right down there, I mean, we've been talking about Frank Navarro, sitting on the bench, eager to just to demonstrate that he is a Porto player worthy. And and he when I saw that minute was 84th, 83rd minute.
Yeah.
Why?
He's supposed to do.
I mean, it was over at that point. Yeah.
It was all over.
Yeah, it was over.
You know what? If Sergio Conceição makes the substitutions and from the get go in the second 45 minutes, right? Second half, Chico Conceição, Frank Navarro, get on the pitch.
Yeah.
Change me the game.
Go for it.
You know?
Yeah. I mean, and Pepe showed very little yesterday. And then and like you said, Taremi was just, almost non-existent. So
not that you mentioned Pepe, I'm sorry. He was, what the most concerning part of his game, because he's an exciting winger. All right, he's an exciting winger. But what someone did this many times throughout the game. He gets the ball on the flanks and then carries the ball into the inside, carries the ball like a pendulum, and like nowhere to go. No, he couldn't go up higher up on the pitch at all. His expertise flying on the wings, they were not there. He was trying to be the playmaker. Right, he was trying to be the playmaker, like that guy right there. You see my doggy right there, that playmaker right there, right? But he was doing that, circling and then sitting down and either going back to Pepe, or going to Saidu, but no,
their thoughts. He wasn't able to penetrate, or just none.
No one was able to penetrate, and that's what you get from Chico Conceição.
Yeah.
You get from Chico Conceição.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
No, I mean, I know he's the coach's son, but no, he's the real deal.
He's
the real deal.
He's the best right winger we have. Pepe is more of a central guy. Not a winger. Pepe cannot play wing. He's not a winger. He's not. He's a cam, and maybe he's not the greatest cam, but that's just what he is. And Chico Conceição is a true winger, and he's the best we have on Porto. But since he's a coach's son, he's going to just sit on the bench and rot.
But I think, you know what? I think as always happens, almost always in this league, when it comes January, it's a different story. It's just it's so hard for teams that are leading to carry on into the winter and to stay hot during the winter. And that's when usually Porto comes up.
Yeah.
Porto steps up in the winter. They're getting so strong. They win so strong.
Yeah, it's true.
And but I don't know if that change is going to happen. I don't feel like Porto is going to get that confident boost after the New Year's Eve toast. Hey, that's Cafe Five right there. Yeah. Dude, we've been waiting for you, man. Hold on, let me add it to the stage. There he is.
There he is. Hey.
Hey man, welcome to Tuga Tuesdays. I'm sorry, man. Your handle, Cafe Five. What's your name?
Matthew.
All right, Matthew.
You're not Matthew, the one in England, right? He's writing us from. No, you're not that guy.
No,
right?
no.
Got another Matt on the. This is our only commentator right now on the game. So, welcome, Matthew. Welcome. Of course, we're in the jersey of the leaders of this competition right now. And Matt, give us your thoughts about the game.
Obviously a good result. right? It's been a while. I think the last time we beat Porto was in the league was 2016. So it's been a while. Thoroughly deserved. We played well, right? We dominated most of the game. I'd say 80% of the game. Scoreline I think was a bit nice. Could have been more. Should have been more, in my opinion. But yeah, it was a confident, very confident display, though, that's for sure. From everyone really played good. No one really put a bad foot in. Eduardo Quaresma was a surprise. I think he surprised everybody.
Yeah,
Oh my God, that kid, he was, I was calling the game and you heard me saying that he's a mind reader. He was, intercepting everything. He was like 2 or 3 seconds ahead of every single Porto player, man. He read every passing lane. He shut down every. I mean, he was just massive, man.
When I heard Coates went down, he wasn't going to play. I assumed that Nuno Santos was going to come in.
I was surprised that he didn't start.
Is the left mid, and then they were going to drop Mateus Reis. When I heard that, Coates was not going to play, I thought I assumed it. Oh, they're going to put, Nuno going to play in the left, and then they're going to drop Mateus Reis. When I saw Quaresma in the starting 11, I was like, "What is going on?" When is he going to commit the first penalty?
It was a huge surprise.
Because I mean, he has been a massive disappointment. I've been pretty critical of him. I still, I was shocked with yesterday's performance, but overall, I don't think he's good enough to play, for a big club like Sporting. But yesterday, I'm really happy that he proved me wrong. But I was really shocked to see him play, and I was really shocked to see the way that he played, the way that he responded. Like you said, he was like his tackles were just like pitch perfect. The goal, the goal that was waved off by the VAR, that was such a moment for him. When he stole the ball, he got the give and go, made the cross, and then that was like that amazing header. The stadium went crazy. I mean, he got emotional to the point where like he was crying with Morton, because he has just been through so much and his confidence was so low, and that was like his moment. It was such a moment, to witness. I'm really happy for him.
Now, you mentioned that episode of the game that he was surprising for me. In my buddy Rui Girao sent me this video footage where the referee blows the whistle, points out the foul before they even finish the play. So technically, if first offense first, right? So if it's a foul, it's a foul. End of the story. I don't care about how beautiful was your goal, but anyway, all right. But that's why they go to the VAR to determine if it was actually a foul.
Yeah, it was weird. And then everybody kept on playing.
That was not a foul.
Porto didn't stop playing. Sporting didn't stop playing. It felt like a natural play, and like a well-constructed counterattack goal. Everyone was into it. It seemed real and valid. And then all of a sudden, Giron did point that out, and you saw in the video that he did blow for it. But the referee went back and he looked at the VAR too. So it was just a very confusing moment.
Even not like when the goal went in, I didn't really see the Porto players protesting. Like there
was no protest. They didn't stop playing it. They were just. It looked clean in real time. Then when you do slow it down, you do see the contact.
Jason, what are your thoughts on this, man? On this foul, no foul?
One of the reasons why I hate.
Do you agree that it should have been ruled a goal or not?
I thought. And then the problem is with VAR, it's in the letter of the law to foul because he impedes the player and he trips him, right? Not intentional. Like that's not what he wanted to do. It was, to me, it's BS. Like if I was a referee, I wouldn't want to call that. But the problem is he impedes the player and he falls. But he was going to be beat anyways. It's unfortunate. But without VAR, I would have been fine with that not being called. And the problem is we use VAR. VAR's a lot of things, and I think that moment with that VAR ruined, because I would have been fine with that goal being called on. But the problem is the letter of the law, and then you have VAR that examines everything from a microscope. Why it's going to be
Right now,
called.
and in the second goal too, in the second goal that is allowed to Paulinho, do you see the player puts his foot in front of the of the who
It was
was that?
Briganza,
Right?
I believe.
Braganza, yeah, it was Braganza.
I think it was Quaresma, right?
And,
Uh,
and initially they said it wasn't goal because it was offside.
It
But
was
then
not.
you saw that he was onside, and
Yeah.
then they're like, "No, it's not a goal because of the foul."
Yeah.
Oh my god!
And
Yeah,
that,
that was a confusing one too, as well.
and that's far, one of those goals where
You know
if I
what?
just
When I was calling the game, right, and
Yeah.
I saw that the Paulinho wasn't offside, I was like, okay, it's a goal. And then, no, hold on a second. Oh, wait.
Oh, there's a foul though.
the little mic, like, but VAR, I'm like, that's a clean goal. You know what I mean? Like, it's just a part of the game. Like, hey, what it is, what it is. But
And that's why I posted this on Twitter, right? And welcome to another masterpiece of the Hall of Shame in the Portuguese
Oh, jeez.
officiating. And man, that was people like it because I don't care about the colors. You know me, I don't care about the color who's
Yeah.
playing, man.
I love it.
I'm going for the game, and if I see something that is not fair, I'm gonna tell it. I'm gonna tell you how it is. I'm not gonna sugarcoat anything. I'm gonna say what I see, and it's fun because people. Hey man, you say you call it how it is, man. It's like yeah. Man, that's me, man. The other point is we were talking about these the fouls, the no goals, in but let's just focus on something that makes a difference, and that's the firepower. The firepower for Porto is just not their decision. You in order to put a striker on the top 10. I mean, not even in the top 10, Porto has a guy, and it's 14 rounds, and you got the most goals with 4. Yeah, I think it's which one has 4, Taremi or Evan Nilsson? Which one of the two has 4, and the other one has 3? I know it's different.
has 4.
Right.
But I mean,
So you got to combine him to put 7, right? To tie with Ricardo Horta by himself, he has 7. It's just crazy, and that's the. I think that's the big differential this season between Sporting and I know Brian has the most goal scorer. I know that, but they go play Benfica, they don't score a single goal. And but this offensive trident of Sporting is working like a clock. It's working like a clock, and how they alternate Marquitos Edwards with Pochi. They understand each other. They know where the other one is, and of course, the Night King, the ruthless striker in the Primeira Liga. I know Simon has 13. I know that, but I think Victor Gyökeres is a better striker than some of mine. So I think all we're gonna agree on that. But how much do you think is that the difference this season for Sporty having a striker like Gyökeres, Derek or Matt?
In my opinion, all the
difference, right?
I agree.
It's night and it is.
He's
He changed the complexion. Because I mean, imagine yesterday's game, but not having Victor in there, you had Paulinho in there. How would that have gone?
No,
It would have been tragic.
listen,
You think Paulinho could have gone by Pep, in the 1v1?
No way.
so
No.
Matt?
Yeah, he's exactly what we've been missing these past couple of seasons, right? He's ruthless. He's ruthless. He's strong. He's good on the ball. He's relentless. He's exactly the type of forward we needed. That's exactly what we needed. A guy like him.
Yep. So
And
think about.
now, I'm sorry. Go, Jason.
You remember moments earlier when we were talking about Porto couldn't penetrate anything through Pepe? So think about it. I mean, probably from watching, I didn't figure this stat was true, but Sporting had 43% of the ball and Porto had 57%, right?
Yeah.
Porto made 100 more passes than Sporting, but did what with the ball? That's how effective Sporting was with the ball, and that striker made that penetration that much more important. 100 more passes, but did nothing with the ball.
I know. That's
Made a good point. He made a good point on the broadcast
possession.
because he can go onto the right side or he can go onto the left side.
Yeah.
You're given that if he gets the ball and he controls the ball he's running at pace, and you got a defender who's trying to backtrack. I mean that must be a nightmare for that defender because he can go inside or he can go outside, and you don't. And if you bite one way, he's going to kill you the other side. He's going to kill you on the other side. It's just it must be a nightmare to defend the guy. But he's making all the difference. Sporting has such a much more dynamic attack this year, as opposed to last year, where it was just really there were too many instances where it seemed like Sporting was sort of stuck in the mud. Where now it's just 1-2 passes. You got a guy like Marcus Edwards who can lay the ball off to him, feed him the ball. If he's in a 1v1 situation and he's running at you, good luck.
Yeah. And I got Matt from England, Matt Channel, saying this, right? And I'm pretty sure Jason agrees with this. Taremi is living off his legacy. Evan Nilsson is living off our games this season. Eventually, Navarro and Danny will have to come in. Eventually. Yeah. But that eventually, when is that eventually it's going to happen? We don't know. I mean, you think is this stubbornness from Sergio?
Yeah, I think so.
Jason?
Yeah, I think it's that he tends to just be conservative with his decisions and trust guys that he trusted in the past. And I don't know if maybe he's not getting along with Fran Navarro or what, but there's no way that Taremi has earned his starting position. And I've seen him in games. He puts him right back in the first sub, but he just hasn't earned it. I don't understand what we're seeing. The practice only can so much to an extent. Like you're watching these games, something.
Unbelievable. Now we mentioned Gris mentioned Quaresma. We mentioned the system, and there's something that we're missing here is the coaches, right? Ruben Amorim versus Sergio. Ruben taking decisions, taking risks, and Sergio going in the conservative road. In the end, when you're there, you care, and when you're there, you move forward, and that's what Ruben Amorim. I think he faced this. He knew that this was because it's inevitable, right? It's in the back of your mind. It's been freaking 7 years, man. 7 years, right? Without beating Porto, and I'm pretty sure that guy said, I would love to hear, someone who has the sound of those pre-game talks. Those are so just great. I would love to hear that from Amorim. And I said this during the broadcast, the beginning of the first 45. I was like, I would not like to be in the Porto locker room facing Sergio right now, right? Because let me tell you that pep talk, it's gonna hurt. It's gonna hurt, right? And I'm pretty sure he did.
He doesn't seem like the friendliest guy. No.
What?
He doesn't seem like the friendliest guy.
No, he's a mafia boss, man. He's a mafia boss.
Yeah.
He's Tony Soprano of Porto. Huh?
Yeah.
Speaking of Tony Soprano, man, Tony Soprano Martinez, also on the bench, but also with Martinez, that's all you have. You got nothing else. You got a super sub on Martinez. You got Tony, that he's gonna score you, I'm gonna say 7 goals in the season. He's gonna have 4 or 5 decent games. But then when you trust Tony, when you put in a starter, no, he's not a 90-minute guy. He's a 25, 35-minute guy, and that's all Porto has on the bench. But and I think all comes down to take decisions in Porto, and to take hard decisions. It's what's they saying? Hard decisions, easy life. That's what they say, right? So I don't think it's going to be easy the rest of the season for Porto, but I think in their case, in their particular case, and of course in the offense, is that it's on Sergio's. I mean, I don't think it's all Sergio's, but I'm gonna say 75% of the future for Porto is on Sergio's hands and his decisions. What do you say about that, Jason?
Yeah, I agree. I think this January they need to go buy an attacking midfielder, especially with the way that Sergio likes to line up and have play with this formation. Because if he just wants to stick with the same old, and not he doesn't like to take risks. So like we were just saying, like with Pep being the only center back that you trust back there yesterday, why didn't you go with the 3-back or in like a pivot that just sat back a little deeper? But no, he went with the same formation as he always does. He went with Taremi as he always does. He went with Pep as he always does. It's the same old song. If he doesn't fix that midfield and just get someone that's a little more creative or change it, spice it up, like it's this season's just going to drag for us, and we're just going to be struggling along within second, third place. We will not fight for that first place spot.
You know what Matt Channel's saying now? He says in terms of subs, constant subs like Gareth Southgate. Man, this guy is clever, man. This guy is clever. I like him, man. I like you, Matt. Thank you for joining us, man. How happy are you guys with Amorim, Derek?
Yeah, Amorim.
How happy are you with Amorim?
Yeah, I mean, the thing is, I look at Amorim like the coming of the Messiah. I mean, for me, he's like. How people talked about Jesus Christ coming. It's sort of like that's what he's been. To me, anyway. That's how I feel about him. It's just, I mean, like I said, I've been a fan for over 30 years. I mean, I've been waiting for someone like this to come in and just change the culture, change the mentality of sporting. It was getting to the point where if we finished, third place, that was perfectly fine. If we finished second place, it was like we won the championship. So I mean, this guy came in and said, no, we're gonna challenge for titles. We want to be the champion. And this is the first time I've seen Sporting's real mentality. The culture has totally changed under this guy. So in Ruben I trust. I mean, and hey, I'm not going to say that I've agreed 100% with Ruben. I haven't.
Right. I know.
Think that he's given up on some guys that I think had quality. Like I do think Gonzalo Plata was a quality player, and he gave up on him. I do think that the guy that's up in Leicester right now,
Fatawu, I was going to say, yeah.
That Fatuo, I think there's something there. But he ended up sending him away, and he's now putting his confidence into Katamo, who again I think Katamo.
I love Katamo. Katamo.
I think Katamo, but I think Katamo's role in that team is that of a super sub. I think when he comes in, with 25, 30 minutes to play, he does come in. He gives you a different look than Gallo does, for the first, 60 minutes of the game. He is going to go. He's more of a penetrator. He likes to push in with his left foot. He does take advantage of the tired legs. I don't really see Katamo as a starter. But yeah, I like I said, I don't totally agree with everything that that Ruben's done. But overall, Ruben has just changed this club. He's changed Sporting. He's changed their culture, their identity. This is now you really believe that they're going in there to try to win titles. Try to win.
Absolutely. And you're right. And Matt, I wanna turn this to you. I wanna ask you this because Derek, he was always laughing at my stuff that I said that I used to call Sporting the Frankenstein of the Primeira Liga because you know what? You didn't know what to expect. 4 5 years ago, in where there was 1 week they were brilliant, and the next week they were a total crap, right?
Yeah.
And that was like,
It's been like that for 30 years.
Yeah,
It's been like that for 30 years, man.
right?
That's the
So
story
then-
of Sporting.
So
Yeah.
then this guy comes in, right? Ruben Amorim is like, all right, screw the back four. We're gonna play with three in the back. We're gonna go 3-4-3. We're gonna go vertical as fuck. So this is how we're gonna play now. And is this new identity of Sporting meant to stay?
I think so. The system that Amorim has, the fullbacks it's very heavily relied on. You only got two midfielders in the middle, so those two need to be in sync with one another. Which it looks like Morita and Yulman, they're starting to, especially the last game against Porto, they really did a solid job.
Oh, Yulman was excellent.
Excellent. But the fullbacks, like he had the first season, he had Nuno Mendes and Pedro Porro, so that's going to be tough to top. But with Jenny, he's kind of Frankenstein Jenny into that position. Jenny's more of a winger, really, naturally, but he's playing right wing back, which he's doing a good job. And with Nuno Santos and Mateus Reis doing a good job there as well. But it's a great system. It seems to be working. We've been doing a lot better with it than not, right? So
I love you guys when you go full Portuguese when you pronounce the last name. You have to teach me that, because I wanna try, man. I wanna see if I can come up with that during the broadcast, and I say, how you say Mateus? I say Mateus Royce. Is that close, right?
close enough.
Close enough.
Yeah, right.
Close enough. Hey, Jason, I got that. We got another guy here on the comments. This is Luciano Feltrin. He says that Saidu needs to be shown the door.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I don't think there's any debate there. He's given Porto what he's got. He's given us a title. Like, hats to him, but his time's up. We've given him his opportunities, and
Yeah,
he cannot wear the Porto jersey any longer. He's not Porto quality, unfortunately.
If you have to pick a left back right now from this tournament, I'm not from outside, from this tournament, who would you pick right now? Hey, Jason, we need you to take over and be the technical director for Porto, and we need you to hire a left back for January 2nd. That guy's gonna be in training grounds.
I would give Wendell some steroids and make sure he's taken care of, because he's honestly a baller. But another one that just needs to stay healthy.
You need to get another one. You need to find another one for another team. I got one name in mind. I don't know if you agree with me. I would love to have Lelo. I love Lelo
from Casapia, a great player.
But I don't know who Saidu, Wendell. Okay, give me a name. Give me a name, Jason.
I mean, I'll
You're on
agree
the
with
clock, man. You are on the clock, Sonny.
I mean, yeah. So you're gonna say? I'll give it to Lelu. I don't know. Man. I'm very happy with Wendell. To be healthy.
Yeah.
Send him to the right medics, and the guy has a lot of football at his feet. He understands team defending. He's not the best defender in the world, but he makes Galeno a better player because he distributes well. So Galeno has a little bit more freedom instead of tracking back all the way to our own box over and over. Zaidu's crappy passes.
And what was I going to tell you guys? So we are being focused on, of course, because you got Port, you got Sporting. And I know you guys don't like Benfica, but my friend Mikey is not here tonight. He's usually the Benfica guy, because I like to have one from each team.
Yeah.
But he's not here tonight, so we're gonna take advantage of that. We're gonna crush his team. No, just kidding. It's crazy, right? Because everyone was surprised when Anatoly Trubin arrived. When what's his name? I forgot his name. Lacodimos still here, right? And that guy was phenomenal at the Municipal de Braga. So many key saves on that match, and he was the reason. He was not the only reason, but one of the main reasons why that offensive juggernaut that is this Braga, they couldn't score a single goal.
Yeah.
Is he? Would you guys? Did you watch again the highlights or anything on that game or not?
Yeah, I saw it.
Yeah, I did.
He's the reason why they got the 3 points. Basically,
Absolutely. You know, and I was doing the show, right? We do the Portugal, which is the weekly show on Gold TV. And I don't say we because I don't sound like I don't have a vote in the goal of the week or no, those things. Like production, hey, this is it, you know, just call it. All right, I'll do it. They select Anatoly True. I was like, really? Why not Rafa? I mean, talking about Rafa Mujica, the guy who scored a hat trick. Who, by the way, I got on my fantasy team, so I was so happy because he gave me a lot of points. Thank you, Rafa. I appreciate it. But Anatoly True was superb on this game, man. Superb. And is this what's going on with Braga, guys? What do you think is going on with Braga? Because they from time to time they play the most dominant soccer. Sometimes it looks like the Manchester City, but then they have these games like against Benfica. I mean, they had the chances, but it's like they lose weight, right? They lose consistency. They're not that's dominant as they are against other rivals. What do you think, Jason?
I honestly think it just Truben had a day because, I mean, Braga had 63% of the ball. They had 22 shots. But if you can't beat a goalie and he's just gaining confidence throughout the game, and if you just look at some of those saves, those are momentum shifting saves. That's like, as a striker, you're like, what just happened? Like, that just deflates you completely. And he's the real deal as a goalie. He really is. Sporting has a real deal striker. Benfica has a real deal goalie. I don't know what Porto has at the moment. No,
Derek, did you watch a game that one for Benfica?
Yeah,
Benfica
I thought Benfica looked pretty good in the first half. They scored again. They could have been at halftime, with the 2-0 lead. But I mean, the second half, this is the way it is now. It's a different approach when you play Braga. Now the second half, it looked like Benfica was just thinking results. They weren't pushing it. They weren't looking for the second goal. They were just trying to hang on to the result, I think. And I mean, I kind of see, where they're coming from. It's unique because we're so used to the big three, but now going into Braga is like going into the Dragão and winning. It's like going into Stade winning. It's like going to Alvalade and winning. Braga, they have built themselves up. They are, they're a true big four now. That's the way that I look at them. You look at their roster. I mean, it's a very impressive roster. I mean, they have, experienced players there, and they have exciting young players. I mean, like I've mentioned that, Alvaro Jallo.
Jallo is fantastic.
That guy is just like, wow.
Great player.
He's the guy to watch out for. But they have a lot of, I know Bonza has 13 goals, but they have guys there with a lot of experience, like Jerome Montinho, who as a sporting fan, you hate, I do hate him. He's a bastard, but he does have experience, and he's a very competent player. And they have that. They got José Funds. They have guys with experience, and they got explosive players like Alvaro Jallo and Bruma. And guys that can score goals. I mean, that is a complete team. It's a Champions League team. So
Arsenal. No, who's playing Arsenal? You played. Who plays Arsenal now?
Porto,
yeah. Right? Yeah. But Braga is they're a bona fide big four team. I understood why Benfica played the way they did in that second half. They were just they wanted the 1-0. They wanted the 3 points. They wanted that result. And at the end of the day, they got it. So and that's the way I looked at the game. Braga could have certainly tied the game in the second half, but it was Benfica's approach that got them the 3 points. They really hunkered down, and they did all they could to hold on to that 1-0 and get those 3 points. And that's just the way you got to approach it now when you play Braga, in my opinion.
Matt, have you watched the game too, Matt?
Yeah, I watched a bit of it. I caught more of the second half, but I noticed Braga, they play some exciting stuff. They play very fluid. They created a lot of chances. Just it was one of those games. Trubin was playing off the charts. They hung on, and that's basically what got them the 3 points. But Braga played very well. They played very well. They scored really early, Benfica, right? So they were pretty much from that point on just trying to bide their chances, and Braga was pressuring them throughout the game, but it was just one of those games.
Yeah.
Hey guys, I'm gonna mention a team that is not into the Big Four, but is one of the hottest teams in the Primeira Liga. And I'm speaking about the team from Moreira de Cónegos, Moreirense. The last time that they lost a game was against you guys. Against you in September. We're almost January.
Yeah,
we are almost January. You know, Moreirense, I mean, they're in a fantastic campaign. You know, that guy, Andre Luis, I don't know if you saw him when he scored, I think he scored only one goal from a header. But every time that he goes in the air, it is, I don't think I've seen anything like it, because, you know, Cristiano Ronaldo has the vertical leap, the beautiful technique, right? But no, this guy has power. When he goes in the air, he's suspended in the air, and then boom, man, those rockets from the skies are just scary. They got Codizan, they got 40, they got there's a very interesting team this day from Moreirense. Haven't lost a game since September. But guys, Jason, you watch a little bit of Moreirense, no?
I have not caught any of their games, but that's impressive.
It's just ridiculous, man. And they're so solid in the back.
Yeah.
And,
they put up a good fight against Benfica. It was they really could have scored in those first 15-20 minutes.
Oh yeah.
Against Benfica. Yeah. Benfica had all kinds of trouble with them. And Benfica created very few chances too. So they're playing really solid. They're the story of the year. Without a doubt, a team that just came up from the Segunda Liga. So they're definitely the story of the season, sort of like what Famalicão was a few years back.
Yeah.
They just continue to play solid, and then who knows, they could challenge for that fifth or sixth spot.
Guys, you remember when we were asking, right, each other here of that perfect start for Boavista, 4-4.
Oh,
and we're just wondering, is this a fluke? Now we can say it is. Now we can confirm it, right? They fell apart.
Yeah,
they fell apart, but badly.
Yeah,
badly.
Did they find a coach yet? I don't even think they found a coach yet after Petit.
No. I know George Coates was the fill in this last game.
Right.
Yeah. He's just the caretaker manager right now.
That's right. Yeah.
Well, but they don't have a coach, and they don't have an idea either on the pitch.
Yeah. They're able to get that point right at the end, though. Wow, it was huge.
Yeah. Jason, Boavista away, Braga home. Oh yes, I got Matt saying this. Jason, are Boavista away and Braga home must-win games after the losses to Sporting and Benfica, Mr. Jason?
I mean, well, earlier, those are going to be huge games, but I mean, I don't know if we can really afford to drop many more points. Like maybe another tie or two in the season if we want to contest for the title, but another loss and like 2 ties, like this title might be gone. I think Sporting's hot right now, and I think after that win, that's a set the tone win, and I don't know, I could see a nice little win streak just pile driving some teams from Sporting. It's flying high.
Yeah, we got all the big guys out of the way. We played away at Guimarães. We played away at Braga. We already played away at Stade de Luz. We just beat Porto. So we got the big guys out of the way. So you really need to rack up the points now.
Yep.
Yeah.
Now it's just
You have to.
95 miles an hour on the highway, baby.
Yeah. You just gotta keep on getting points right now.
You gotta do it like that. And I'm gonna say this: I got my prediction. My prediction right before the game. My buddy Karen asked me for this, right? Hey, Nino, are you calling the game? Yes, I am. And where am I going here? I click here. Okay, yeah. Yes, I am. What's your prediction? I said 2-1 Sporting.
Yeah.
I said 2-1 Sporting. I was one goal shy, and that header from Galeno could have been the goal, but it wasn't. And by the way, I got Galeno on my fantasy team. I'm seriously thinking of selling that guy because
no. Yeah, I think he had a good first half. I think he was one of the only ones in the first half from Porto that showed some life.
But that's another guy that only plays when he only shows up when he plays in Europe.
He faded in the second half.
Yeah, I think it mentally he was getting shut down, and I think he just turned off mentally. Honestly, and did a good job.
Quaresma did a really good job on Galeno that game.
You see the frustration on Galeno and the other guys, but it is what it is, guys. All right, guys, we're gonna go with our classic here, which is the predictions for the next round, which is a short round. Right? It's like, hold on a second. Before Christmas, only got 2. We're gonna skip those. I'm gonna go to the next round. Okay, the one for the 28th, December 28th. All right. We're going to kick off with Estrella de Amadora versus Aruca. Who's going to go first? Jason.
I'll go 1-1 tie.
Derek?
I like Estrella on that one, 2-1. I like Estrella on that.
Okay.
Yeah, same here. I'll go Estrella.
Yeah. I'm going to go with Aruca, my boy Rafa, man. I'm going to go with Aruca. Yeah. Next up, what is this? Benfica Famalicão Andaluz.
I think it's going to be 1-0. That's going to be tough.
1-0, huh?
I think it's going to be 1-0. That's it.
1-0.
Yeah. I'm going to put it out in the universe. I'm going to say a tie, 1-1.
Oh, man, I love that.
I wouldn't be surprised because Famalicão is playing a fantastic defense, but I don't know. Jason?
I figure 2-0.
2-0. All right. I'm going to put one from Yonder Cadiz, so I'm going to say 2-1. Yonder, my Venezuelan boy is going to score for Fama. Let's do that. Para Papa. You guys play Chaves. Yeah, be Chaves, man. Dragao. You don't give me. Don't give me another Estoril story.
So long as it's not Estoril, right?
They have to win. They need to win. They have to. They have to rebound after that loss and show that they actually care about the team. They have to.
Yeah, they're gonna win. They're gonna win. Right? We all agree they're gonna win. Of course, you're gonna pray for a shocking result.
I think it's gonna be like 2-1. I don't think it's gonna. I don't think they're gonna go out there and win 3-0. I could be wrong, but
Hector Hernandez got 7 goals so far. 8. So I'm gonna put a coin on my striker too, on Hernandez. And I'm going to say that Double H is going to score 1, and your strikers are going to show up. Eva and Karemi.
Porto 1.
2-1. Porto 2-1.
I say 2. I say 2-1.
All right. Matt, what did you say? What was yours?
For I think Porto's going to curb stomp them, to be honest. I'm going to say 3-0 at least.
3-0. Okay.
I think so.
Chaves is in a bad place at the moment.
Hey guys, I got this. I love this one. Gil Vicente Boa Vista at Barcelos.
That sounds like a tie.
I think they're gonna go wild. Gil Vicente is gonna go 4-2.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They just scored. They got 2 7-goal games this
Yeah.
season.
I think it could be. Yeah.
That's true. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
It could be like a 3-2 game for Gil Vicente.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jason,
I'll go 3-2 for Gil Vicente. They want to get out of the relegation zone.
Yeah.
I said 4-2. Is it 3-2?
I
Matt,
say I say
say-
2-1 Gil Vicente.
Yeah.
all right. Estoril Farense in Estoril. Ooh.
Battle of the beaches.
Aye.
I'm gonna say 2-2.
Yeah. I think
It's
it's gonna be like 1-1. Yeah. It's gonna be like.
Jason,
I'll go 2-1 Estoril.
2-1 Estoril. All right. We have next. We have Casapia Braga. Ooh. Was it Rio Mayor, right? That's what it is. Rio Mayor.
Yeah.
Play, right? What do you say? The geese?
I say Braga 3-1.
I'm gonna go Braga 4-1.
Yeah. I say
I
3-1.
want to go
Yeah.
4-1 too.
Braga's winning that game 2-0. I say.
Yeah.
Conservative 2-1.
Yeah.
Okay, all right, okay, I like it. And last but not least, in Portimao, the Lions are visiting Portimonense.
I think
Guys, I want to say 3-1.
I want to say 2-1.
I say the same 2-1. Should win that
2-1.
game.
Jason?
I think we'll win that one.
I'll go 2-0.
Yeah. All right. Those are all the predictions before New Year's Eve.
Yeah.
Okay, that's on the 28th. And I think I got that. What game? Let me see what game I have. I think I got a game on the 28th. Do I? I'm off? No. Oh, I got the what game I have? I got the Portimonense Sporting game. That's on the.
Oh,
on the
all right.
Nice.
All right.
And I got the Benfica game versus Famalicão too on the 29th. So those are the games that I have. Nice. And next year, because we got the 2-week schedule now, because everybody's off and when they know anything. Hey, this is your schedule, guys. Next 2 weeks. Bye. We're gonna kick off the year with Estoril, Sporting Estoril, on the Friday the 5th of January. Hopefully,
Nice.
I'll bring you good luck to you guys.
Yes, I hope so.
So far, so good.
And because what I said this in round 3. Remember, right?
You did say it.
I said on round 3.
Yes.
Matt was not here, but I said it on the show that Sporting is my candidate this year.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna leave it like that.
Hope you're right, man.
We'll see what happens. But thank you very much, guys. Tuga Tuesdays is back, and hopefully we'll get to see you next week. No, next week. Maybe not next week, right? No, next week doesn't happen. We are off next week, okay?
Yeah.
We'll see you next year. How about that? All right?
Sounds good.
All right, guys. Thank you very much. Happy Tuesday. Good night.
Ciao, guys.
I guess.